Hey guys, welcome back. So, early in the day, I was just mainly thinking about what tutorial or what video I should make about, and then I came across with this weapon on the Hypixel scrap block called the Terminator, or in short form, people can call it the Term. Sorry about I coughed that there. The Terminator is a bow that shoots 3 arrow ones. It isn't those normal bows that shoot 3 arrow ones, though, which I can show you right here. It isn't bows that just like multi-shot. It isn't just a bow like crossbow that is enchanted with multi-shot. It's a actual bow which shoots 3 arrows in one specific direction. So what it basically looks like, it looks like a bow that shoots an arrow here, and an arrow here, but at the exact same time. So be literally like a straight line of 3 arrows shooting at once. So in today's video, it'll be hard for me to explain what the script will actually do or what the script will actually be for. Well, for this video, I'll only be showing you the script and tell you what the script, like the information and details in the script, like what do you need to understand the script for the thing. So in a sec, I'll show you up a blank screen of only the script, and in that script it will only be, and in that script I'll be showing you what the Terminator, or what I can say the script, how it works. So let's just get right into it. So as you can see right here, we have, so as you can see right here, we have our Terminator script listed down. It's a pretty long script. There's only 84 lines, but I'll leave a direct script description in the description down below. So we need here to understand how the script actually works. You have two variables here showing the Terminator ability damage and the Terminator arrow damage. So as you can see here, Terminator arrow. This is a place where you can set the damage for your arrow, and if you set the integer here, which then is only for permission that's opt, for people that have the opt permission. You can change it to other permission if you have the permission already set up. So over here, if your arg1, which is this one, if your argument 1 is settled, it'll be set to, the damage will be automatically set to the number you've put in your argument 1. Which then, if arg1 is not set, then, which means you haven't put in the number that you want to set, and it'll automatically set your arrow damage to 10. Also, same here with the ability, it does mainly the exact same thing. Now, since Terminator is a left click weapon, and it doesn't do anything when you right click it, except for the ability called, I can't remember the ability name, except for the ability that shoots a beam. So how this works is that whenever you left click a item called Terminator, well, you have to use the item edit plugin to rename the item to end the Terminator. If the player has 3 arrows in his inventory, and this part is where like infinite quiver is what I made here. So if the chance thing rolls to 30%, you don't lose any, you start losing arrows. But if it rolls to 70%, then you actually lose you actually don't lose the 3 arrows. So the infinite quiver thing is working on 70%. So we have to set a location to the location 2 meters in front of player, so that the arrow doesn't just shoot from the player's face and blocks the player's view, but actually shoots in front of the player 2 meters, which is 2 blocks in front of the player. And this part, it actually spawns 3 arrows, because if you shoot an arrow, it usually just goes straight, and you can't really make it like to different directions. So I spawned the arrow in front of the player, and then immediately push the arrow in the direction of the player, of the speed of the arrow damage, at the set damage thing, if you can understand me here. Basically the same as these, but except for the other two is spawning the arrows on the side of the 2 other arrows, and then shooting it. Well, I tried playing smoke, but it didn't work out since it was an insta shoot. There wasn't a cooldown. Well, the smoke sometimes shows up at the thing. we have to set the thing into a variable so that when we click it again, if glitches happen, then it won't happen if we don't use these variables. And here's basically the exact same thing, but without removing the arrow. And when it's later done, you'll just see this red message saying there's not enough arrows in your inventory left. In my first video, I talked about the giant sword script, where I coded the giant sword. See here, this is basically the same thing that's happening up here. When you right click, and if the name of your held item is the name of the Terminator, you set the specific variable to the difference between your sword's cooldown or item's cooldown and now. If weighted equals is less than 3, so I made the set of the cooldown of this to 3 seconds. You can change this number and this number, these two numbers, to change the cooldown of the item. So if it's less than 3, it sends this message saying you have to wait this much second. This percentage is showing the amount of numbers is still between your variables, and then it cancels the event. So when you right click the bow, you don't actually activate the bow right click thing, which stretches the bow thread and shoots the arrow. And then else, it's when your weighted is not less than 3, which means it's probably 0 or something, where it's the cooldown is already done, and you need to set your cooldown to now. Now is basically the time of your thing that's just ended, which is 0. And then it cancels the event and spawns an armor stand at 1 meter above the player. Well, in this script, you need 3 plugins. 3 plugins, not including the script plugin itself. Be script, SK Query, SK Rayfall, and SKB. SKB is the thing that can attach MBT tags to specific entities. See here, spawns a armor stand, then applies invisibility MBT tag to the last spawn entity, which is the armor stand, because you can't physically apply invisibility to an armor stand that's like a non-living entity. So then we wait 1 tick, you push your last spawn entity, which is your armor stand, in the direction of player at speed 5, which is in the direction you're facing at speed 5, which is going pretty cool, to be honest. And then a very cool black particle with squid ink, then you place squid ink at the last spawn entity. You can change this particle to any particle that you really want. So I change this number here, the squid ink, to any other particle, and then loop all mobs in radius 4 around last spawn entity. So while the beam is being shot, everything that it passed through that's in its 4 block radius gets struck. So you can shoot the arrow. If the mob is 4 blocks next to the arrow, he'll still get shot. He'll still get killed. But you can also just change this by changing the radius to how much radius you want. If you want it to be very accurate arrows, you can change to 0.01 or 0.05, and then it damages the player by its ability damage, which is the variable that we use up here to set its ability damage. And then we kill the last one, which is the armor stand, so we don't cause more lag. You can see here, this is all the script will be about, and I will be leaving a media fire link in the description down below. And please make sure to subscribe and leave a like on today's video, and also just ring that bell since now I'm trying my best to make daily content or even weekly 2 video content, and this is the script. So let's just get back into the game. As you can see here, I switched the map a little bit. I switched to another map. These are NPCs, since this is a server, and since this is an SMP server, I won't load the script onto the thing, and all that, etc. So, well, this is gonna be the end of today's video. Please try your best to leave a like and hit that subscribe button, and smash the subscribe button. It's like a magic trick, you know? And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day, and I'm out.